associates that with weakness, and in fact, it's anything but weakness. I mean, she is so damn tough. It's just that I don't know if it's that she cares more than everybody else or what, but I'll tell you, she really is. I mean, I'm sincere when I say that. The scary thing as a coach when you're out there is when Desi's in third and the person in fourth is the person that you think's the toughest person in the field. You say, "Oh shit, we got a game in front of us here." So
wow. So even on that last, even when
once she turned 12 into 35, I started to breathe a little bit more, you know. But before that, no. And I mean, and that's because of utmost respect for Kara. I'm serious. It's you know, people have written Kara off 1,000 times, but Kara is like.
Thanks for the heads up. That's all you're gonna do.
Several times, you know. I mean, she was. How old is her son now?
What, about 6, right?
6. Well, she was written off when she had him. Remember?
That's right.
So at least that long. So people have been writing her off for 6 years, and they're foolish to do so. To be honest with you, I didn't think that. I thought that the time that Kara ran today would have been fast enough to make the team under these conditions.
Wow.
I really did. I think that it's just, I mean, people were ready to run. People were ready to run. And so, you know, honestly, I really did. I thought, you know, I said it's going to take 2:28 to win and 2:32 is going to make the team. And it didn't pan out that way. I mean, people were, I mean, they ran pretty darn fast considering what they're.
Wow.
I sweat more than them jogging back from USC.
So were did you get any feedback from Des? Was she flirting or was she?
No. Honestly, she was not. That's one thing that's always makes it comfortable. She was telling me what the last split was and whether or not I thought, you know, it's like that was a 5:30. Like explaining why we had talked previously about we thought that the race would that 5:40s the whole way would probably be. Enough where you're going to be, and then race the last 10K kind of thing, and truthfully, it wasn't. Is the thing. It really wasn't. And even out there when she let them go, you have to remember that was 12 miles or so in. It was a conscious effort to let them go because she thought that it was too rich at that point. But honestly, they worked well together, and they hung on, and they hung on, and they hung on.
So could like overall, could you tell that Desi was okay the whole way then?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You know, like when Desi said, was she worried because of the number of people that were there? She was sincere when she said she still knew there was a whole lot of race in front of her, and there was a whole lot more race left in her legs. So she wasn't. The decision to let them go had everything to do with thinking that they were too aggressive.
Right.
And honestly, they weren't. I mean, obviously, Amy proved that they weren't too aggressive. Okay, but at that point we thought it was based on the heat.
Right. And what were you think over the last couple of miles once you knew Desi started bringing that gap a lot closer?
Well, when the gap's done, it was like, okay, you know, like how well did we do it judging the distance is what it was. I mean, truthfully, Desi is probably the only one in the field that at the end wished it was another mile. You know what I mean? You know, everybody else wishes, oh, thank God, bring that finish line to me. You know, and Desi was probably, I mean, and that's in front of her and behind her. So, if anything, maybe we should have let loose a little earlier. Maybe we should have, you know, so it's all those, it's a complete different game when you know that 3 qualify. And it's always kind of like, you feel like you've broken fourth. You know, you think you've broken fourth. And so if I've broken fourth, I kind of already won. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're third. And so I don't mean that, you know, so it's like, it's not quite the same thing as trying to win a Boston Marathon or something like that. But I mean, can't take anything away. Honestly, Amy ran lights out. And so like anything I say that makes it sound like it's all about Desi and not about Amy, I apologize for that, because truthfully, Amy was champion today for a reason. She was the best runner out there today.
So did you know that Shalane was the one that was having trouble with those two?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
How early did you see that?
I could see it we were out with I said Shalane didn't look comfortable when they entered USC campus for the last time. And then when they came back around at us, I said, oh, Shalane looks like she's in trouble. And then the lead had gone from like 110 down to about 40 seconds at that point. There's 2 miles left. And so you say, well, I don't know how much, I don't know whether or not 40 seconds is catchable in that time or not, is what it is. And so the whole thing with her then was that I said to her then is, hey, don't attack. People are still capable of giving away minutes at this point, and that's what that was kind of what we were saying at that point. So she attacked right through.
Did you have a place where you had told her, okay, from this point out, I want you to attack, or no?
No, because a lot of that has to do with where the race is, securing your position for third, and so on and so forth. But no, originally we thought that we didn't think that she'd be chasing at that point. We thought that there'd be a large group at 20 miles together of 5 or 6 of them, and that it would be who was going to be the strongest over the last 10K.
So were you really surprised that the break happened as early as it did?
We were. We were surprised that the break happened, but not surprised. I mean, like I said, Des could have covered the break, but her concern was we thought that the break was too aggressive. We're wrong. So,
but you're not too unhappy about it.
Oh no. You're unhappy if you're Kara or whoever finishes fourth. You're not unhappy. For her.
I had a question, just real briefly. So take us through then how it went for her. When she dropped back, when did Desi's in the pack of 20, because I was running around the course and stuff with her.
First, there were people making surges up there, and she kind of like said out there, like you could see her, like she looks like what are they doing? Why it's going to be brutal out here, and they're making surges at 6-7 miles. So she like whatever, kind of thing. So that was her attitude originally, and then when the people that you knew were the real deal start making the move, and she says, that last mile, I was 5:30, and we knew that was at 12 miles. I mean, 5:30 is 2:24 pace. We said, that's too darn aggressive for you right now, and she knew that was too aggressive for her right then, and so it was like, okay, I'm not gonna cover that. I'm gonna bank on the fact that it was too aggressive.
Mm-hmm. And then she stayed at the front of the second pack the rest of the way.
She stayed in that second group. Actually, some people tried to cover the move, and so that was kind of the.
Would that be Kellen Taylor?
Kellen Taylor definitely tried to cover it, and so Kellen Taylor was in that group. Janet was Baucom was somebody else that was trying to cover that at that point, and so but I was much like Des said in the thing up here, I was not concerned about a top 3 position then. It was whether or not we were, because the people that she was right around then were all within 4 or 5 seconds, and I knew that she still was comfortable enough that there was a lot of race left in her.
How were you following the race as a coach?
Out on the course, I was right at the entrance to USC where I could see them going in, and then when they came back around, see them after they had done the expo and all of that stuff. I was there. Keith was down at the opposite end, and so
were you getting mile splits? Did you know, oh my God, they're going too fast, that's why she's back, or you just have confidence in her?
She told me. She flat out said, hey, she knew we had talked beforehand.
Hey, that was a 5:30.
What did she yell? She physically said to me when she came by, my last mile was 5:30, is what she said to me. Her mile. And I go, stay where you're at. Stay where you're at. So it was. She physically said it to me. It was no different than in 2007 when Ryan Hall took off and they ran 9:16 for 2 miles from 10 to 12, and Brian Sell ran 9:56, and he was gapped by 40 seconds, and he goes, I'm running sub-5s, okay? And I go, stay where you're at. And it was the same kind of thing. It was the same, same conversation, different athlete, but it was like, hey, I think it's probably too rich, so